Hi everyone, my name is Marie Amy and I'm a working mother of 3. I use Notion as a family calendar, meal planner, bill tracker, and task manager to keep my household running smoothly. In this video, I'll give you a tour of my family calendar. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe as I regularly publish tutorials for all of my Notion systems. My family calendar is made up of just one dashboard and one database. I use it to plan and track everything that my family is up to. That includes public holidays, school holidays, my kids' weekly activities, family holidays, house guests, any social occasions and play dates, business travel, as well as any medical, pet, home maintenance, and car maintenance appointments. I'm sure I'm leaving something out, but basically anything we do individually or as a family goes in the calendar. My dashboard is pretty simple and has just 4 items. On the left here, I've got various action items, which I'll describe in more detail when we look at the database. On the right, the link to that database. Below, we have a weekly view, which is a rolling 7-day view. It updates automatically every morning and shows the next 7 days. Below that, we have a full calendar. I'll just note here that the full calendar is not user-friendly on a phone, as none of the events are shown. You just get a dot under each day when something is planned. You can, of course, click into each day to see what you have on. Let's jump into my database and I'll talk you through the properties. In this first view, all of my properties are unhidden and unfiltered. So we have event name, event date, a formula which extracts just the event time. This is important for ordering events correctly on a given day. We then have event type. I have 11 event types, and these work for me. However, if you're using my template, you can of course change these to whatever works for you. Then we've got family members, which I use to track who is the main person the event relates to. Because this calendar is only intended to help me manage events for my immediate family, I don't have options for anyone else like my parents or my siblings. I do have an option for friends and family that I use to record people's birthdays. But for example, if we're going out to dinner to celebrate my sister's birthday, I'll just mark myself and my partner in the event or whoever is attending from our family unit. I do have another database which relates to kin work and includes many more people and their important details. The next property tells me whether an event is recurring. Currently, this is just informational and doesn't drive any other views, although that may change in the future. The next column, Actions, I use to filter for rows in the database, which allow me to add new events. More on this in a minute. I've then got my day of the week formula, and then 3 links to other databases, my family member wiki, my recipes, and my linked tasks. These properties are not included in my template or the tutorial for the standalone family calendar. But I also have a tutorial on creating a fully integrated system. So with these properties, when we have a social event coming up, I like to link the recipe I plan on making on the day and any tasks that I need to do, like digging the kiddie pool out of the shed. If you'd like to hear more about my full system, you can check out the video linked in the description below. These last 2 columns are date-based formulas which drive the filters for my calendar views. Let's have a look at the other views for this database. I've got my rolling 7-day week, which is the same view as on my dashboard. While I would love to have weekdays across the top, Notion can't automatically reorder weekdays. Once you set an order, it's a static list, which doesn't work when the weekly view is changing every day. So if I want a view that updates every day, this is it. Next, I've got my full calendar, which is also on my dashboard and shows me everything that's coming up in the medium and long term. This is the view that I use to RSVP for social occasions and plan family holidays, for example. The next view requires a bit more explaining. You'll recall that one of my properties was the action column, And if I apply that filter, I get these 3 database entries. So this is a gallery view of those 3 pages. These are the pages that I use to add new events to my calendar. I've also got links to these 3 pages on my dashboard. Let's start with the last one here, add a recurring event. So one current limitation in Notion is that while it does offer recurring templates, the next instance is only created in the database at the designated time, the time of the event. So for example, I could create a recurring template for a birthday, but it wouldn't get added to the calendar until that very day. It's a bit late to plan anything, and what I want is to see all of my events coming up in the future. For example, I want to be able to see every judo class that my son has on a Wednesday afternoon for the next 6 months. I also think that in terms of this use case, a family calendar, for most recurring events, even a weekly judo class, there's going to be many exceptions. No judo over the school holidays, for example. So even if I was able to have an auto-repeating event, I think I'd end up deleting quite a few of them anyway. So the solution I've come up with is a bulk event adding page. It works like this. It's an in-page template which allows me to create several instances of the event, and I can then quickly drag each event to the right date in the calendar. The time is preset. This saves me a lot of time versus adding each event individually. Although I use it less often, I've done a similar click and drag page for non-recurring events. This is a page full of my event templates, so I can quickly create and drag events to the calendar. My event templates are pretty simple, just an icon and an event type are pre-populated. I still find that this saves me some time. The last page is for adding and reviewing events that occur on an annual basis. Every couple of months, I'll jump in here and add a few months worth of data. This includes public holidays, birthdays, and school holidays. As I haven't used this system for a full year yet, I anticipate that I may add further categories to this page as the year goes on. Some of this system might feel a bit manual, but I think that until AI catches up, my life is too changeable to be able to really automate my calendar fully. I also prefer Notion's minimal design to Google Calendar. Lastly, as I also like to have a good old-fashioned analog calendar on the wall in my kitchen, I've been able to print the calendar view to PDF using Chrome's print to PDF function, not the export function from Notion. Again, it's not perfect, but it does the trick. I've tried to make a habit of entering any upcoming events in the database straight away, and if I don't have a set date yet, I'll leave it blank and come back to it later using the no date filter on my weekly view. Of course, I share this calendar with my partner so that he can enter any new events and check what we have on when he wants to add anything to the calendar. That's it. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're interested in building this system from scratch, please check out the tutorial linked in the description below. If you just want the template, it's available on Etsy and Gumroad for free, or the price of a coffee if you're inclined to support my work. Thank you for watching.